Raven's letter explains many things, and these mysteries are eventually shared with Queen Ivy. The monarch thinks for days, and finally decides on a course of action. Lord Zorro, or Zane Delaney, isn't of this world, so she cannot bring herself to punish him. Instead, she plans to return him to the other side. For that, she needs the help of Lady Morrigan and Morida. The task will also be a good excuse to bring the estranged mother and daughter together once more. After their initial discussions, the O'Reillys spend their days and nights flipping through the pages of ancient scrolls and documents. Once they've learned enough, they head to the ruins on Witch's Island to reopen the portal. It takes both of their magic to do what Marjorie so easily did, but they succeed and the sorceress steps through with the Queen's message. Morida waits anxiously for her mother to return. Many hours go by before the portal shimmers once more and a figure steps through. Lady Morrigan comes towards Morida and is followed by another woman who looks just like her. Morida can't believe her eyes. She struggles not to gawk when her mother introduces her to Lady Morrigan from the other side. The three head back to Verdington Castle, where Queen Ivy greets her new guest and brings up talk of the Purple Prisoner.
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy Ask and welcome back to the Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with the Verdington Fae Court. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. We are picking up at 6 p.m. on Thursday with Queen Ivy and a very special guest that the sorceress has brought over from the other side. So when we left off, we were pondering what kind of punishment Lord Zorro is going to get for the crimes that he's committed. People have died as a result of him, or at least, well, yes, people, because Raven died and then Marjorie died, and the life of our princess, our heiress, was risked, which we did not like any bit, and no one liked. In fact, all the youngsters were demanding that he be killed for his crimes, and the queen was thinking about it. But then, of course, there was that letter that Raven left to Lady Nessie, and Nessie did share that with Queen Ivy, who thought about it, and she decided that, you know what, she can't punish Lord Zorro without trying to return him to his world. I think there's many reasons to that. One of the reasons could be that Zorro might actually have committed crimes in his other world. He might, there's many things. He could be escaping from something that he needs to own up to where he originally comes from, and it'll be an injustice to the people, you know, in the parallel world if she decides to kill him here in this world because he's not of this world. And then I think our soft-hearted queen is also a little bit unsure about going ahead and killing Lady Sparrow's son a second time because she already killed Lord Zane from this world. She punished him, and I think it was death, for kidnapping Celine, and he ended up starving to death, so he died. And it was very difficult for Sparrow, but she got over that when she understood that, you know, her son was evil and all that. But I don't think the queen wants to go through and do that a second time. That's just too cruel to her, for Sparrow and also for her soft heart. So this is kind of an easy escape in a way to send him back to where he came from so that they can deal with him, right? The Queen Ivy from that world can deal with him. So she went and chatted with Lady Morrigan and Morida, and the O'Reillys, they started doing some research with whatever clues that Raven had left for them in the letter, and they figured out how to open the portal, and it took both of their fairy powers, a lot of their fairy power, to do that, because they're not witches, so witch magic takes a lot more effort and a lot more studying than it did for Marjorie, who was a witch, so she found it very easy. But they did succeed. They opened the portal, and the Queen sent Morrigan through with a message for Queen Ivy on the other side. And Morrigan went to Verdington Castle. Obviously, she knew where everything was. The world is almost exactly the same, with minor differences. And she spoke to the monarch there, explained everything, and no doubt everyone was kind of shocked to see her because, well, she is a carbon copy of Lady Morrigan. I mean, she is Lady Morrigan, right? They're both Lady Morrigan. So it was very, very odd. They did believe her, though, because how were they going to explain the fact that she is exactly the same as their sorceress? It was a little bit wild. Obviously, there's some differences that you can see in their, like, just the outfits, slightly colored in a different way. Her hair is different. She's got longer hair, Lady Morrigan, from the other side than our Morrigan does. And this is very confusing to talk about because they're exactly the same and I'm not sure how to differentiate them. But that's what we had going on. Queen Ivy listened. They believed her. And in fact, a lot of the information that Lady Morrigan, our Lady Morrigan, was giving Queen Ivy on the other side kind of fit the pieces of what they were missing. And so that Queen Ivy has sent her sorceress, Morrigan number 2, through to chat with the monarch here and recover the prisoner who is going to be taken back to the other side, and he's going to be punished by them according to their laws and what crimes he's committed there. So Queen Ivy and Lady Morrigan here are exchanging. See, they even have the same celebrity points. They're exchanging information at this point about the time that has been lost between the two worlds from when Zorro left and arrived here. And so she's also updating Morrigan on what he's done on this side, the change in his identity, or the way he presents himself, the people that have died, the stunts that he pulled, and as they're chatting about that, now where are you? As they're chatting about that, we're gonna have Celine to come here, because obviously the youngsters are kind of curious about what's going on. Azalia's chatting with Princess Snow. I think all of this is just turning their heads, so they're not gonna, dive into all of this. Sparrow was so surprised, I think she peed herself. But let's go, hold on a second. Let's ignore the call. She needs to take a bath because she did actually pee herself. That's how surprised she was. Her old bladder couldn't handle it. She's gonna go there, and then Celine is gonna come through to check what's happening exactly. And Lady Morrigan is going to look at Celine, and she's going to be shocked herself. And Celine's about to pee herself. We need to fix that. Yeah. Morrigan is going to be very surprised to see Celine over here. Morrigan on the other side. And when Queen Ivy and the others, they kind of ask, why are you so surprised? Celine, does Celine look that different from your realm? Then Lady Morrigan is going to tell Queen Ivy the crimes that Lord Zorro is kind of guilty for in their world. Or she's going to say that, well, the whole reason Lord Zorro actually escaped through the portal and he studied the dark arts to try and come here is because he committed a crime on the other side and he was trying to escape that. He was a wanted criminal and he was trying to escape from that, which is why he decided to come through here. And she's gonna tell Queen Ivy and the ladies assembled that where she comes from, Zane Delaney actually killed Celine Orion. So in her world, Celine Orion is no longer alive. Raven is alive in her world, but Celine Orion has died. So she's very, very upset to hear that Raven has passed away in this world. But where she comes from, Raven is still alive, but Celine is dead. And whatever happened, so Lord Zorro didn't end up kidnapping Celine in his original kind of realm. He actually made a move on her, and when she didn't reciprocate, he ended up killing her. And then he became a wanted criminal, and then he was on, like, hiding, and then eventually found his way through to our realm. So that's kind of the explanation happening over here, and everyone's, you know, more or less shocked by one thing or another. Their minds just keep turning and twisting, and I think Celine is going to excuse herself because she needs to go pee, and I'm so sorry, Sparrow, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. So let's come on through. Yep, she's gonna, there we go. Now's not the time to be embarrassed. She's gonna go pee. And I do, oh geez, come on. Come on. How are you being shooed to the next room? Now she's gonna pee herself. Oh goodness, these Sims, I tell you. These Sims. Okay, she has well and truly peed herself. Well, that's great. Maybe she was so shocked by the news. Kind of just happened. Okay, she needs to go take a shower. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, but we are going to have Lady Morgan stay with us as a guest for a day or two. And then when she's ready to leave, she is going to take Lord Zorro with her. So they're kind of letting her know that he is down here. He hasn't really chatted with anyone because the Raven's letter explained everything. So just before the Queen was going to come in to interrogate him, she read, like, she was told about the letter's content, so she's kind of left him alone. And I think, yeah, the curse she had on him that was making him look like an orc, that's gone away. But she figured it would be more beneficial to bring someone from the other side, talk with them about Lord Zorro to figure out what's going on with him and his identity before they try and speak to him at all. So this time around, I think Lady Morgan is actually gonna go down, and she is going to speak to Zorro. Now Zorro has no idea that everyone at this point knows what's going on, where he's from, and he definitely does not know that they have brought someone from his original realm to take him back. And he is probably going to freak out just a little bit, knowing that they have, figured all this out and tracked him down. Because he was, I think, enjoying himself quite a bit, making a fool out of everyone here. And I think he's probably still in the mindset that he has everyone fooled for who he is. So, as Lady Morgan walks in, he's going to realize very quickly, because he's going to recognize her. I mean, there's minute differences in, the coloring, the hair, and those kind of things. That's going to set them apart. And he's going to see her, and he's going to know instantly where she's from. Because he's been around these guys long enough to know how Lady Morgan looks in this realm and in his own realm. So he's going to remember that. And this is when it's going to dawn on him that Morgan is here to take him. And she's letting him know that there isn't anything you can say to get away from it now. There's nothing you can hide. I know everything you've done here. And the residents of this world and this castle, they know everything you've done there, where you're originally from. So she is here to ensure that he is taken back from this dungeon to the dungeon where he belongs in his original realm, and he's going to be punished for his crimes. That punishment may be death, but it's certainly not going to happen here. She's going to take him back, and they're going to deal with him the way he needs to be dealt with. So there we go. Morgan is going to be a little bit cruel, I should say, and she's gonna let him know his excursion here is over. There's no way he's going to be able to escape them. Everyone's prepared on the other side for his return, and he will either be killed, live a miserable existence. We don't know exactly. That decision has to be made by Queen Ivy on the other side, but we won't know about it because Morrigan is going to take him through, and then that's going to be the end of Lord Zorro that we get to see. That is going to be the end of his story. He has come here, wreaked havoc, and then now he's going to be leaving to pay for his crimes where he originally comes from. So he essentially has the death of 3 people on his head. He's got the death of Celine Orion from his world, and then he's got the death of Marjorie Dragovic and Raven Lakeland in this realm. But okay, I think we are going to let, yeah. I think the Queen will have offered Marjorie to stay a few days, but I feel as though Marjorie would just really, not Marjorie, what am I saying? Morrigan. I feel as though the Queen would have offered Lady Morrigan to stay a few days, and be their guest, but Morrigan is, I think she's just wanting to take Zorro back. She doesn't want to make this go on any longer. They've been looking for him for a long time. He kind of just slipped off the radar and disappeared. But now she's found him, and I think everyone is waiting for justice back home. And so Morrigan is going to say thank you to Queen Ivy, but she should get going. She should take Zorro and return to her home where everyone is waiting for her. And I think seeing Morida on this side is making her miss her daughter on the other side as well. So we're gonna let them head off, and then we'll come back and see hopefully Queen Ivy and the rest of the ladies having a better time, feeling safer at home with this traitor dealt with. So now that Lord Zorro / Zane Delaney has left with Lady Morrigan from the other side, everyone has had some time to get back to the normal swing of things, enjoy each other's company, relax, reflect on life so far. And I think the recent experience that our sorceress had with her daughter in trying to open the portal and studying to find information on that, get that done, putting their fairy magic to good use together, has made her want to rekindle a relationship with her daughter. And she's actually had the desire to become friends with Morida again. So we're not going to waste any time. We're actually going to throw one of these jars of friendship at her because, hey, that is the best way to make a friend around these parts. So she's going to go and do that. Bring their friendship back up to par because I've been feeling quite sad for a while that their relationship has kind of gone down so much. They have no, sentiments for each other at this point. Where are they? Look at this. They have a positive impression, and that's only because they did a quest together that worked out really well. But even so, they don't really have much going on, but Morrigan wants to change that. So she's going to go ahead and make an effort on her part. And look at that, they're friends. That makes me happy. This also was kind of making me think about some of the other ladies and their relationships with their own children. So Sparrow doesn't have any daughters, as you guys know, but she is friends with Lady Nuala. They're old friends, in fact. They've been friends since they first came into the castle. Prince Caspian, she's good friends with, and surprisingly, she's good friends with her son, Lord Kyle. So those are the Sims that she feels kind of closest to. And why are you in the Queen's bedroom? I don't know. She's pillow fighting the Queen. That's fine. Now, Nessie, I think she was close to Raven. I'm pretty sure she and Raven were very close when Raven was alive. And she's also close with Azalia. So that's really good. And then her grandson, she's really good friends with her grandson, Draco. And I think, actually no, that's not her grandson. Jeez. Draco is Sparrow's grandson. Right. Anyways, whatever the reason, she's really good friends with Draco. Why is she good friends with Draco? I don't know. But she's good friends with Azalia. And then the weirdest thing, actually it's not that weird. Is it? No, it's not. She is actually in a relationship. She's got a lot of friends, but then she's a minister, so it kind of makes sense. She is romantically involved with Prince Anakin. She's in love with him currently. Lord Kyle she's good friends with. Prince Malak. Prince Cain. She's friends with like all the princes. Jeez. Lord Odin. Prince Caspian. The Queen, of course. She's friends with a lot of Sims. But that's good because she's the minister. Now, the thing that I was thinking about specifically was actually Lady Nuala and Celine, because they used to be very, very close. They were always super close. Celine looked up to her mother, Nuala was always proud of her daughter, but I noticed recently that their friendship, they've kind of fallen out with each other. And I was wondering why that is, especially because Celine went through this really scary kidnapping recently, and I thought that would have brought them closer together, if anything, but I think what happened is Nuala potentially might have gotten disappointed with Celine. The fact that Celine got kidnapped once before and she didn't learn her lesson and she didn't let Nuala or anyone else know where she was going, especially with the princess. And in doing so, she was lax with the princess's safety, even though Princess Snow is the one who organized everything and she didn't want Celine to call the others. It was supposed to be like a secret escapade, but I think Nuala was not happy with that because it put both of them at risk. And you know, the whole fairy castle was kind of going around running to try and find them, so I think that has damaged their relationship quite a bit. Even though Celine is back, she's safe. And I'm sure they will have heard by now that Celine actually ends up dying on the other side because of Zorro. If anything, I thought that would have brought them closer together, but I think Nuala is just so upset that her daughter risked her own safety as well as the safety of Princess Snow. So that's unfortunate. I hope they patch up at some point. I really do. Because I loved them too, as a unit. It kind of makes me sad that it's not the same anymore. With Queen Ivy, she is, as we know, kind of in love with Morgan, and Morgan's in love with her, but they haven't told each other or made a move yet. She's really good friends, like best friends with her daughter, good friends with Celine, so it makes me happy that at least Celine's good friends with someone. She's friends with her eldest, Prince Callum, her granddaughter Azalia, friends with Morida and with Prince Cain, her son with Nessie and kind of with Sparrow, but that relationship is dwindling a little bit, and the same for Nuala. So that's kind of interesting, I feel. Very interesting, but it's good to know that the Queen is close to a lot of the Sims, and that she doesn't have any negative relationships, because we don't want her to have negative relationships. But I feel as though, and look at this! Azalia's slow dancing with Morgan, that's kind of cute. Okay, Queenie, I think she's gonna go to Morgan, Lady Morgan, and potentially, let's see, she is going to talk about books as a way of complimenting her on all the research that she did with Morda and how they were able to open the portal using their sorceress magic and skills, and that they brought someone from the other side back and managed to help the Queen deal with the whole situation that was Zorro. So she's gonna go ahead and chat with Lady Morgan. Okay, let's see. She's gonna talk about the supernatural. Nuala, really, I'm glad that you're trying to... I think Nuala's... she's diving in here and she's chatting with Morgan, which is nice, but the Queen's trying to have a private conversation, woman. Okay, let's go give the Queen some space. Now the Queen, she wants to chat with Morgan alone, jeez. Give them some privacy. Okay, Queen Ivy, are we gonna chat? Come on, are we gonna chat? She looks kind of cranky. No? Oh, come on. Okay, she's coming. She's gonna chat with Morgan. Talk about the supernatural. Remember, talk about the books that Morgan spent so long at with her daughter. So she's gonna compliment Morgan on her fairy magic, all those kind of things. And Celine, let's go and eat, shall we, honey? Leave them alone. Let them have a private conversation. Jeez, everyone keeps walking in here. I feel as though they would be quite shy with their feelings, and there's no way they're gonna go ahead and say anything to each other if everyone else is kind of down their throat. So let's just have these two chat. And more or less, the queen is just making her feel comfortable, I think. So let's ask about, what's this? Don't freak out. Ask about day. Why would you freak out? That is so strange. Yeah, they're gonna chat. She's gonna be really friendly and she's gonna be complimenting the sorceress on everything that she's done. And how proud she is about her. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and consider attractiveness. Yes, let's go and consider attractiveness. And then let's go ahead and not gossip. Let's share a secret. Let's share a secret. 1 out of 10? Well, to be fair, this is a magically induced romance because Morrigan is the one who has been secretly in love with the queen, and she used a genie to make the queen fall in love with her, so, you know, it's not entirely natural, like it is with the others. What? I love you? Wait a second. Wait, what? Did the queen just confess to Morrigan? Okay, well, genie's magic is definitely working. So the queen just went ahead and confessed to Morrigan, who has excused herself to the other room. Morrigan, no, now's not the time to escape, woman. Now is not the time to escape. Okay, she needs to go pee, though. She doesn't want to pee herself in front of the queen. But I think she would have gotten nervous when the queen has just confessed that she is in love with Morrigan. Okay, that was kind of unexpected. But I guess the game is just shoving me to make a move. So let's get her to use the restroom. And then she is going to... Let's see. Let's get her to grab some spaghetti with veggie sauce. She's going to come here. She's going to grab some dinner. We'll get her to grab some dinner. And I think the queen is going to be... I mean, she's the one who got hit with the genie magic. So she might be a bit more bold than Morrigan. Especially with everything that's been going on. You know, her being really proud of Morrigan. Maybe these feelings are going to just come out of nowhere. And there we go. She is going to... First kiss! Okay, before we do that... is there a way we can... lunatic embrace? No. Well, she just confessed to her. So she might just go in for a first kiss, and that might not work. But I don't know. Is Morrigan gonna reject it? I mean, she did confess, so I guess it kind of makes sense, but... Morrigan could feel really surprised and not ready for it, but the queen's just in the zone. It's a full moon. She can't control herself. She's gonna go for it. And I almost wonder if this is gonna go just as badly as it did for Princess Snow and Jeffrey, who she hasn't seen since that embarrassing incident. But okay, here goes Queen Ivy. I don't know how this is gonna go down. I don't know. Yep, I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. This is kind of awkward. I feel as though maybe Morrigan just wasn't prepared for it. I think it was just a bit of a surprise. So the queen is going to, let's back up a little bit. Let's apologize for kind of jumping at her out of nowhere. And let's see if we can fix this. Okay, let's go through. She is going to talk about the whole experience with the portal, how that was, how it felt, just to make Morrigan a little bit more comfortable. And then let's see, talk about the rain. And then we'll go ahead and let's see. Tell a fairy tale, perhaps? Yeah, she's gonna do that. And then she's gonna go from a fairy tale to complimenting Morgan's personality. She's gonna take it a bit slower, complimenting her appearance. She's gonna try and warm up a little bit. She's gonna do a flirtatious joke. She's gonna flirt. And hopefully that makes all of this a lot more pleasant for Morgan, because, I mean, she's been hiding her love for the Queen for so long. Obviously, it's going to be hard for her to get out of that. I mean, it's not as easy as pining over the Queen for years and years and years, and suddenly going from that to kissing her, so I don't think that would be an easy transition. She's used to hiding how she feels, so she needs time to warm up, I think. And the Queen is gonna be the bold one right now. She's gonna be the bold one. She's gonna be the one to make the moves. Okay, just gonna hold her hands. And let's give her an amorous hug. And then the Queen is going to try again. And hopefully this time, oh geez, don't throw me, don't throw me. Hopefully this time Morgan feels a little bit happier about it. There we go. There we go. And I think she's ready. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. So they finally got around to it. They finally got around to it. Confessing their feelings to each other, which I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see that finally they were able to do that. But there we go. I think that is a wonderful place for us to end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and oh my goodness, they're already fighting each other. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.